Could you explain to the court why you would not be in agreement with a standard possession order?
Because the felony violence, I was actually the victim.
Okay.
I was the actual victim, so I actually want my daughter.
Enjoy the video. Hit the like button.
Both of y'all are present and are ready to proceed. Mr. Williams, go ahead and proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're on a suit affecting the parent-child relationship, and it's partially agreed. There are several things that are not agreed, but to start out, I'd like to read the agreements into the record, Your Honor.
Okay.
Parties, but before we begin, I'd like the court to take judicial notice that the mother is present in the courtroom and has been emailed a copy of the state's petition.
So noted.
Thank you so much, sir. So the parties are in agreement that the father signed the acknowledgement of paternity for the child in today's case, Kashmir Labaran, born July 25th, 2024. Parties are in agreement for him to be established as the father of that child. Parties are in agreement that there has been family violence in the past 2 years, most recent April of 2025. Parties are in agreement for both to get a non-disclosure of their address and phone number from today's court order. Parties are in agreement for a geographic restriction with the mother to remain in Dallas and contiguous counties with the child. Parties are in agreement that the father has one additional minor biological child that he's responsible for. Parties are in agreement that the father works for as a travel advisor for Chase. Parties agree that his gross monthly income is $4,500 per month, and his net monthly income is $3,761.81. Parties are in agreement for the father to carry health insurance through his employer at a cost of $64 per month. And that is the extent of the agreements, Your Honor. At this time, I'd like to call the parties to flesh out the parts that are not agreed. At this time, I would like to call the mother. Ma'am, can I get you to state your full name for the record?
Cashay Holiday.
Thank you, Ms. Holiday. Did you hear the agreements I previously read out into the record?
Yes.
Are those still your agreements between yourself and Mr. LeBaron?
Except for the geographic part, is it until the child is 18, or is it just
I'm sorry, Ms. Holiday. At this point, I'm asking questions. At the end, I'll give you the opportunity to do so. But right now, we kind of got to go with the questions I'm asking. So as far as what we're saying so far, you agree to everything but the geographic restriction. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe those agreements are in the best interest of your children?
Yes.
Or child, I'm sorry, child.
Yes.
And are you asking the court to accept those agreements?
Yes.
Okay, now let's talk about
the parts. I barely hear you, Ms. Holiday. I need you to be louder. You got to talk louder. Was your answer to the previous questions yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Holiday. Now let's move on to the parts that are contested. I have several things here that are contested. I'm going to go in order of what I believe are contested. It looks as though there's a problem with conservatorship, possession and access, the geographic restriction, child support, retro, and court costs. So let's start with conservatorship. Do you believe you and the father...
If we have finding family violence, we're doing sole managing. So let's skip that one.
Thank you, Your Honor. So as far as conservatorship, the state is requesting this, the conservatorship be sole managed conservatorship. That's done. As far as the possession and access, based on the information, would you be agreeable to having an exchange location with the father at Fuel City on 801 South Riverfront Boulevard in Dallas, Texas, 75207?
Yes, sir.
And are you requesting that your sister, Mia Royal, do the pickups and drop-offs?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. And as far as the geographic restriction, you're not in agreement to keep the child in Dallas and contiguous counties. Is that correct?
Well, I just had a question. Is it up until the age of 18? I don't plan on moving, but I'm just asking.
Well, that's a tough question because your order is only as good until you get another order. So if this order lasts until they're 18, sure. But if you get another order in 2 to 3 years, maybe not. So I can't necessarily say the extent of how long this will last. But as of today, right now, going forward, are you still in disagreement with a geographic restriction?
No, sir. I agree.
You agree to geographic? Okay, we got that one out of the way. As far as the child support based on the gross and net income I gave you previously, the state is requesting the child support be set at $658 beginning August 1st. 2025. Would you be in agreement for that?
Yes, sir.
Now, over the course of the past 4 years, have you and the father lived together?
Yeah. Yes. Well,
okay. No, continue. I'm sorry. What are you about to say?
I always had my own apartment, and he always had his own, but we were together a lot. So I guess no.
So y'all didn't live together. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, over the course of those past 4 years, has he provided you anything to assist with the raising of the child?
No.
Based on that information, the state is requesting a retroactive child support judgment of $3,948 to be paid back at $70 per month beginning August 1st, 2025. Would you be in agreement to that?
Yes.
Thank you so much. And court costs are typically billed to the non-custodial parent. That would be Mr. LeBaron this morning. Would you be in agreement for the father to pay court costs as billed this morning?
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Holiday. And speak a little bit more for me. I know you got a soft voice. Is there anything else? No worries. Is there anything else I haven't asked you that you would like to tell the court about your case?
Nothing.
Thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to pass this witness and call the father. Mr. LeBaron, can I get...
Just to be sure before we pass.
Yes, Your Honor.
We talked about the exchange location you wanted to have. I haven't decided on that yet, but was Ms. Holiday, do you want okay with a standard visitation order that gives Mr. LeBaron the right to visit on the first, third, and fifth weekends of each month from Friday at 6 until Sunday at 6?
Yes, sir.
Is that a yes?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes,
I just
sir.
can't hear you. Your microphone's not working too good. Okay. All right. Go ahead and call Mr. LeBaron then.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. LeBaron, can I get you to state your full name for the record?
Idris LeBaron.
Thank you, Mr. LeBaron. Now, Mr. LeBaron, I read some agreements out earlier at the beginning of the hearing. Did you hear those agreements?
Yes, I did.
Now, are those still your agreements with the mother in today's case?
Apart from the child support, the retroactive child support, and apart from child support, yes.
Okay, so Mr. LeBaron, you understand that the retro was a part of the contested issues that I mentioned. So this isn't agreed. That's not agreed. But as far as the agreed portions, are you still in agreement with those portions?
Yes, I am.
Now, do you believe those agreements are in the best interest of Kashmir?
Yes, I do.
And are you asking the court to accept those agreements?
Well, I was asking for 50%. I didn't hear that asked at all.
That's not agreed. So I'm talking about only agreed portions.
If there's been family violence, we're not doing 50-50, Mr. LeBaron.
Okay, yes.
Okay. So as far as the conservatorship, as Judge mentioned, there's family violence, so that's going to be sole managed conservatorship. We don't have to talk about that. As far as the possession and access, you requested.
Oh, the conservatorship.
Hold on. 1 second.
So sorry.
Hold on. As far as the conservatorship piece, it's going to be a sole managed conservatorship. So even if that's contested, that's not at issue right now. As far as possession and access, you requested a 50-50 possession schedule with weekly switch offs on Monday through Sunday. The judge has already seen as though he's not in agreement with that as well. So as far as the possession and access, would you be in agreement to have a standard possession order, just a standard possession order, flat out?
No, I'm not.
Could you explain to the court why you would not be in agreement with a standard possession order?
Because the family violence, I was actually the victim.
Okay.
I was the actual victim, so I actually want my daughter. I want my daughter in my life. I actually want custody of my daughter.
Okay. So as far as the family violence situation that happened, when was the last time this occurred?
This happened on March 24th.
This year?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Now, has there been... Okay, so that happened then. What was the extent of that interaction? Could you explain to me what happened then?
Well, she came to drop off my child, and she ended up vocally attacking me and then physically attacking me. I have both the video, and I have the video of the attack, and then I have also the messages of all the attacks, verbal attacks afterwards, of everything that happened, pretty much.
So let's talk about the attacks. So were they open fists, closed fists, pushing, choking? What type of physical attacks did you experience?
Choking, closed fist hits, pulling of hair, ripping of hair from scalp.
Now, did you contact the authorities when this happened?
Yes, I did. There is a pending case.
Was the mother arrested?
She was arrested later on.
Not the day of, but shortly after. Is that correct?
No, she left the location, so she wasn't arrested day of.
Right, but later she was arrested. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Do you have do you currently have a protective order?
I'm in the midst of working on it. I was denied the first one. I have applied for a second one.
Okay. Now who does the child primarily reside with?
With the mother after the attack.
Understood. Now you understand, as far as the conservatorship piece, if there's family violence, it's not necessarily a question of who was the aggressor or not. It's just a question of was there family violence, which makes us want to do sole managed conservatorship. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, let's move on as far as that. It also looks as far as possession, you're requesting that your best friend Roger Mitchell be doing the pickups and drop-offs at the Fuel City. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
So you're in agreement for that exchange location at Fuel City, and you're in agreement for third parties to do the pickups and drop-offs for both of y'all. Is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, just making sure. And as far as the geographic restriction, you're requesting a geographic restriction, correct?
Yes, I am.
Thank you so much. Now, based on the income information, I gave it a while back, but based on the income that we have for you as a travel advisor for Chase, we're asking the child support be set at $658 beginning August 1st, 2025. Would you be in agreement or disagreement with that?
I agree with that.
So you agree to the $658 child support per month?
Yes, I do.
And as far as the retroactive child support, as I asked the mother previously over the past 4 years, she alleges that the two of you did not live together. Do you agree with that testimony?
Yes, I do.
Now, over the course of that time period, did you provide any financial assistance to the mother and the child, even though the two of you did not live together?
Well, during the first 6 months of our child's life, she was living with both of us 50-50%. So she was switching off homes. I provided when she was with me. Her mother provided when she was with her.
So you haven't provided what in the last 6 months?
I haven't provided since the attack.
Okay.
Back in March.
So April, May, June, July. Okay, understood. Based on the time period,
April, June, July. Yes, so it's been 3 months.
okay. So based on that time period, the state is requesting that the retro be set at $3,948 and to be paid back at $70 per month beginning August 1st, 2025. Would you be in agreement with that, Mr. LeBaron?
No, I'm not.
Please explain to the court why you disagree with that.
Because during the I'm paying for an incident that she caused, and she's keeping me away from my child because I have numerous messages of me requesting to pick up and take care of my child, but she has denied it at every turn.
You understand that visitation and child support are separate things, right?
Yes, and I've asked to take care of my child because that's just it. I take care of my child when she's over here. When she's with me, she doesn't ask for nothing. She has food, she has her room, she has a bed, she has everything.
Objection not responsive.
Sustained.
Okay. And court costs are typically billed to the non-custodial parent. Mr. LeBaron, you are the non-custodial parent in today's case. Would you be in agreement or disagreement to cover court costs for today's case?
Disagreement.
And could you explain to the court why you disagree?
Because again, I'm not seeing my child. The mother is the reason why I'm not seeing my child, so it should be on the mother.
Understood. That is the extent of my questions for you right now, Mr. LeBaron. Is there anything else you would like to add that I have not asked you so far?
As of right now, no.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. At this time, y'all like to pass this witness as well.
All right. Y'all agreed there's been a finding of family violence, which changes everything here. That doesn't allow us to do joint managing conservatorship for sure, because joint managing would be with two people that communicate well, which obviously you do not. As Mr. Williams pointed out, it not really pointing a fault here either way. It's just that there's been family violence. So y'all can't cooperate with each other. You can't even see each other. So that is what we're doing sole managing. Y'all agreed to a mutual non-disclosure, which also adds to the same thing. Y'all can't even have each other's addresses and communicate that way either. So a lot of problems that y'all got to resolve here in the future. Father carry health insurance, geographic restriction to Dallas and any contiguous counties. If y'all have family violence issues, we can't do 50-50. I know you haven't realized that yet, Mr. Labaran, but that's not something we're going to be able to do. We don't usually do 50-50, and the few and rare times that we do, it's with people that get along really well. Now, you may be the victim. I'm not saying you aren't, but there's been family violence regardless of who the victim is. And so that tells me that y'all are not able to figure things out. You can't, like I said, you can't even be there for exchanges together. That's how bad it is. So definitely we're not ever going to do 50-50. So child's primarily going to live with Miss Holiday. Y'all going to do exchange location, and then y'all want to use third parties to assist with exchanges. That's up to y'all. Y'all need to meet at the Fuel City for the exchanges. If you're not going to be there, or if your third party cannot be there, y'all need to notify each other so y'all can know, so you don't one of you doesn't show up or the other person doesn't show up and then no one's there. The visitation is required. It must be followed, but you don't have to do anything different than what the order is either. So if you don't show up, there's no requirement that the visitation be the next day, unless y'all have a prior agreement that y'all are modifying it a little bit just for that weekend or whatever. Otherwise, if y'all don't have an agreement, you need to stick to the schedule, and you got to get with the third parties here to help make sure that they are there on time. Child support is 658. Y'all testified y'all did not live together, even though maybe y'all were sleeping at each other's homes some of the time. Y'all still had separate residences most of the time, and so you owe back child support. It's $3,948. I'm going to lower the payment to $45 a month, and court cost bill to Mr. LeBron. The Attorney General's office is going to put that all in writing and email you a copy of it. It'll have all the details that you can read. Please read it so you understand what it says, and they will email you that after I sign it. I'm not going to change my ruling. If you have a question, I'll answer a question, but that's all I'm going to do. I don't really need any comment that you don't agree with what I ruled. You have a question, Mr. LeBron?
Yes, sir. So for my so if it's not going to be 50%, my visitation is going to be standard. That means.
That's right. Unless y'all have a different agreement. If she agrees to do something more than that, I'm okay with that. But assuming y'all don't have an agreement, since y'all don't want to share any information, I don't know how you're going to be able to reach any agreement with her. So y'all going to do the every other weekend visitation, not 50-50.
So. Okay.
It's the reality of it. Y'all don't agree. Y'all in a bad place right now.
Yes,
so
sir.
This is the reality. You may not like it, but that's the way it's going to be. Ms. Holiday, you have a question?
Yeah. So in regards to the pickup location, if we're not supposed to be having any contact, mind you, I'm fine with it's him, but I'm fine with it. Him having my number or whatever. How are we supposed to agree on who's picking and dropping off if we're not supposed to have any contact?
Well, I thought you said your sister was going to do the exchanges on your side, and he said his friend was going to do that on the other side. I mean, just pick somebody that's available, that's going to be a safe person to help, that has a car seat, that kind of thing. I mean, that shouldn't be that hard to figure out. Y'all just don't want to be. I mean, one of you could be there, and one of you could not be there too. That could also be the case. As long as y'all are basically saying you don't want to see each other. So I was understanding, I guess, at the beginning that your sister was going to do the exchanges and Mr. LeBron was going to pick up the child. So that would probably prevent y'all from seeing each other. Or y'all can both have third parties to go do the exchanges too. It's up to you, but it makes it harder because then you're not relying just upon yourselves. You're relying upon third parties to have a schedule too, and they may not have time. So y'all need to figure that out. That's kind of details I cannot give you for. Y'all going to have to figure out those details.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Can we add app close? I just feel like that may be really helpful in this case.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Just put on the order, Mr. Williams, it'll be third parties or to assist with visitation exchanges, and you don't need to specify
Okay.
particular person. That might make it easier for them. All right, so I'm ordering that y'all add an app on your phone called App Close, and that is an app so that y'all can communicate with each other, and it'll keep your information still confidential, but that'll be a way for you two to talk to each other. If someone abuses that and maybe curses the other person out or threatens the other person with family violence or things like that, that can be printed out and it can be used in court in the future. So that's a way to keep it civil, and that way y'all communicate and you don't have to communicate through the child. I can't go through a million questions here. We got a lot of people that are waiting. What's your last question, Mr. Laveran?
When would be my first visitation? Because her birthday is coming up in a week.
Okay.
In about a week.
Birthday special. That's not really a weekend visitation. Let me look. I don't remember.
And so I do have plans for her set up for that weekend on a Sunday.
Well, you might have to change them. What is the date of your child's birthday?
July 25th.
Okay, so the 25th is a Friday. It is the fourth Friday of July. So that's not your visitation weekend. This weekend is your visitation weekend. It's the third weekend of the month. the 25th is not your visitation weekend. So then, since it's not your visitation weekend, you have right to visit from 6 to 8 on the 25th. So you'll have your 2 hours that time, and then Miss Holiday will have the rest of the time on the 25th. And then if the birthday falls on one of your visitation weekends, which I would have just guess that next year it'll probably be on a Saturday. If it's on the fifth weekend of the month or third or fifth weekend of the month, then maybe you might have the whole day, and mom would have 6 to 8. I'm not sure because it's 25th. It might not ever fall on the third weekend or fifth weekend. But if it does, then it would be switched. But for this year, at least, you have visitation for 6 to 8. Now, again, those are kind of those details. So if y'all want to work out different details and agree on it, I'm okay with that. But that's up to y'all to decide. And if y'all don't have an agreement, then we have just the standard visitation order, which is just the 6 to 8. So if you want to talk about it after, you definitely can. Talk through the app, add the app today, and y'all can start communicating through there so that we can have a way to communicate with each other directly, even though y'all have a non-disclosure. All right. They will email you a copy. Y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Thank you.